All right, we are here to make some Hempeh lettuce wraps with Chef Frank. I love these. They're so awesome. Show us what we got.
Yeah, it's so good, Franny. So a lot of people just don't know what to do with the tempeh or the hempeh or the tofu and all these alternatives to meat. So this is a great, quick recipe to give you a bunch of flavors, and you're gonna love hempeh when this is all over and when you try these. So.
And hempeh is so delicious and good for you too, because when you add these hemp seeds in there, they've got a really rich, great balance of omegas. You need these fats for your brain to work, and they're really delicious. It gives it a totally different flavor.
Absolutely. So for these, we're also going to utilize some of your hemp honey and some of your hemp oil. We're going to make them in a lettuce wrap with a nice Asian slaw. So we've got a slaw that's already done here with some cabbage, red cabbage, kale, carrots. But what's really going to kick this thing up a notch is all these fresh herbs. So I've got some mint, I've got fresh basil, fresh cilantro, and then I've got the fresh leaves off some of Franny's plants. So we're just going to give these a rough chop to add them all into the slaw. And so you're going to get little kicks of mint here and basil there and cilantro. And so just every bite of this is going to take you on a crazy roller coaster ride of taste. You can already smell it.
It's a circus in the mouth for sure.
And then what I've got to go on there, I've pre-made this, but this is a rice wine vinegar, kind of a Vietnamese slaw sauce. It's got rice wine vinegar, it's got lime juice, it's got fish sauce. Green onions, a little bit of sugar, but I'm going to add just a little bit more of the honey just to sweeten it up just a tad more. And I like to put them in, whenever I'm doing sauces, I like to do them in the mason jars like this. Because then you can put the top on, you can shake them, you can save them, and living out on a farm, you've got mason jars everywhere. So a little bit of honey and a little bit of CBD oil like that, and then my top is right behind you there. And so then you can give it a really good shake and make sure all those, the sauces.
I want to shake it.
Give it a good shake there.
Give it a good shake.
Work it out.
Oh.
So tell me a little bit about your honey, because I haven't used it that much, but I love it for, obviously sweetening purposes.
It's a great way to consume CBD and get that, and now you're going to mix that all on top of there and stir it up. But honey is one of the favorite ways that my mom likes that in her tea and in her coffee and in a sweetener. It's really a great delivery method, and they say a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. My mom says a spoonful of Franny's CBD honey is the medicine.
There you go. So we're just going to give this a nice little toss, and this is going to be the topper for our Hempeh lettuce wraps, which we're going to start sauteing the Hempeh and then just kind of let this sit and the flavors incorporate. We'll use that here in a second. So then we're going to fry up our Hempeh, with some more of our hemp oil. Look at how much we've already used. Really comes in handy for everything, like I said. This Hempeh, I've pre-crumbled. It comes in kind of a bigger chunk, but I like to use the crumbles for this dish. It's just got a nice consistency. It's got a nice bite to it. And so we're going to use the crumble for this one. All right, so you can go ahead and add our Hempeh. And we're just going to give it a little stir.
And wait until it gets nice and brown.
Yep. I'm going to add a little bit of my Chef Frank seasoning. What does the glove say? Dropping a new recipe
on your ass.
I like it. So once we've got a nice toast on this, you can see how it's kind of browned a little bit. I turned off the pan because what I want to do is I want to add some of my ginger, garlic, soy vinaigrette, if you will. And what that's going to do is, like, at this point, the hempeh is just going to like really soak it up, but I don't want to burn it because of the sugars and the soy sauce. But just give it a nice little drizzle. You can already hear it kind of sizzling because it wants to burn. So I'm going to give it a quick stir just to get it all into the hempeh. This dressing has also got our hemp oil inside of it too, so once again layering. And you can get those nice aromas there. I'm going to put a little bit more.
This is the exciting part. We get to plate it and eat it. So I'm going to put the slaw in the lettuce wraps, and we used some of the CBD oil in it, our CBD honey, and some of the leaves. Ooh. All right.
Yep, give it a nice little bed. That's perfect, just like that. And if you'll just continue to fill the rest, I'll top it with hempeh. Oh, yeah.
This is such a good way to eat and live. Makes me so happy.
Oh yeah, and so simple too. I mean, all we did was mix up a slaw and cook up some hempeh in a pan. Add some CBD.
They're just so delicious.
Perfect. And like I said, I love it crumbled like this because it's just a better bite, and it fits in the wraps a little better.
Here we go.
Garnish it with a little bit of this and a little bit of cilantro.
Yeah. Oh, I love the cilantro.
And
This
then
is so easy to grow cilantro too. Everybody should have cilantro in their
I'm
garden.
gonna give it a little extra drizzle of our sauce on top. Again, in the mason jar, because it just works perfect. Awesome.
And a few little extra drops for decoration and deliciousness.
Yay. Our hempeh lettuce wraps.